Hi there, I'm Ify and welcome back to my kitchen. Guys, if you know me so well, you know how much I don't joke with Sundays, particularly Sunday lunch. And that's because the whole family comes together. I'm talking grandma, grandpa, my husband, the twins, my siblings. Everybody sits at the table and then we all bond over meal, over drinks, and we just talk about the past week, the week coming. We generally talk about everything, and no one ever wants to get off the table, especially when I serve my delicious smoked chicken stew and my braised rice. No one ever wants to get up, and that's not surprising because it's delicious, it's nutritious, and it is so filling. And did I mention delicious? That's how good it is. You're in luck today, guys, because I'm going to be sharing that recipe with you guys so you can put it on your Sunday lunch table or serve it at any other day of the week that you prefer. So why don't we get straight into the cooking action? But hold on, not so fast. Are you subscribed to my channel? If you're yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button now, like now. Okay, thank you. And hit that notification bell as well. Okay, so now let's go into the cooking action. I've got my pepper mix here. I've got onions, tomatoes, tatashe, scotch bonnet peppers or atarudu, some garlic cloves, and ginger, smoked chicken, cooking oil, sweet corn, seasoning powder, mixed herbs, salt to taste, green peas, carrot, butter, onions. Guys, as we all know, smoked chicken has already been cooked. It's ready to eat basically. But I don't like to cook mine just like that. I like to give it a little, should I call it Ify's Kitchen special touch, okay? So all I have to do is to pat the smoked chicken dry first, okay? So I'm just gonna take a kitchen paper towel and then pat it dry, because I'm going to be grilling this, and if we take out excess moisture, it hastens the process, okay? So just tap it all dry. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to pieces the smoked chicken into the sizes that I want it to go. So that's the joint here. My mom taught me how to cut chicken into several pieces many years ago, and I'm so grateful to her for that because I find that it comes handy now. So just break it down. Okay. So you have one piece per person. In that way, it can go around to everyone. So just go ahead and then cut it off into portions. Cut the whole chicken. So I find that this feeds about 10 to 12 people comfortably, and it depends on how you cut it, okay? So I'm just gonna put this in my pan here, okay? All the pieces go in, because I'm going to be putting this in the oven to, should I say, make it to grill it or roast it for a little while. I find that it enhances the flavor a whole lot. So please don't skip this part, all right? So we're just going to arrange it nicely right there. Every piece goes in, and then I'm going to season this. Now smoked chicken has been seasoned and is ready to eat, but this just takes the flavor from here to here, like real quickly. So I'm putting in some mixed herbs. So It really does change the flavor. And some seasoning powder. Okay. So you can put in whatever you like basically. Some ginger, some garlic, anything, some onion powder, you know. All your favorite seasonings can go in here. All right, so this is going to give it flavor and a bit of color as well. If you like your chicken hot, go ahead, put in, you know. I'm just going to now use this to toss everything around. Just a little salt to tie everything together. Okay? And there we have it. So mix it in. This is gonna be so good. You can tell, right? Okay. So now that we have seasoned it, we have tossed it, every part is well coated with the seasonings. I'm going to take it into the oven. So this goes into the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or until it crisps up, and then you can take it out. You should note that the oven has been preheated for about 15 minutes before I put it there. So the next step is to prep our peppers while our chicken is doing its thing in the oven. So to just make it easy on my blender, I like to cut this into bits, you know, just to aid the blending process. So I've got my onions. I've also got my tomatoes, which I would, you know, cut into quarters as well. So you should note that your stew, you know, tastes nicer when all your tomatoes are nice and ripe, all right? And then tatashe. You should note that you should take out the seeds from the tatashe before you blend it, all right? So I'm just gonna also cut it into bits for ease of blending. Again, no other reason, all right? And then your ginger, if you have your ginger, you can also cut it into smaller bits just for ease of blending. So I think I am good here. I am just going to go off camera to blend this, and then I'll show you the next step. We're going to proceed with making the stew proper now. Our chicken is in oven, tomatoes blended. In a clean dry pot, I'm going to add in some cooking oil. Okay, just enough to make my stew. Any kind of oil will do, but I prefer cooking with oils that don't have a strong taste, so it does not compete with the flavor of your stew. So olive oil, I wouldn't recommend it in this recipe. Okay, one without much taste will be just fine. So cut up your onions however you like it. If you don't like to see onions in your food, then you can chop it really fine or tiny. So the oil is nicely hot. I'm going to go in with my onions. Usually, I'd like to build flavor up from scratch with sauteing my onions with ginger and garlic. But because I've blended a lot of ginger and garlic with my pepper mix, I'm not going to be adding any more here, all right? And please do not miss out on that ginger when making this stew, because ginger makes a whole lot of difference. Trust me. I've made it without ginger and I've made it with ginger, and the difference is like night and day. So don't leave the ginger, okay? We're just going to leave this to saute for about 2 minutes, you know, to build up flavor, and then we can pour this in and fry this. Okay, this is, the aroma of onions is on another level, I promise you. Okay, so this goes in. The aroma of the ginger just hits me. Beautiful. Yeah. This is going to be so good. Everything comes out. We waste nothing in my kitchen, nothing. Okay. And then I'm going to give this a good mix. And cover this and allow this to cook while I move on with the braised rice. For our braised rice recipe, we're going to start with some butter, simply because everything tastes better with butter. And of course, I'm adding some cooking oil so the butter does not burn. Very important, okay? So make sure the pot is completely covered with the oil and butter. And then we go in with our finely minced onions. For this recipe, it's important, mince your onions very finely. And we are going to saute our onions in this butter and oil mix for about 2 minutes. Again, we're building flavor, okay? Right. I know I always go on and on about the aroma of onions, but guys, come on now. Then you combine butter and onions. Oh, who are you? Amazing. Okay. Wow, this is perfect. Going on nicely. I'm going to add in my rinsed rice. And as you can see, it's in a sieve. So what I did after rinsing the rice thoroughly, I put this in a sieve to drain out all the water, because we're going to be, should I say, toasting the rice with this butter and onions before we put in some water to cook it through. So in goes the rice, every single thing. And then I'm going to combine this. Oh, smells so good. I'm just going to like toast this together for a few minutes. You can do this on medium heat. Of course, it's important to keep an eye on your stew so it doesn't burn. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this and then keep stirring this from time to time. Oh, nice. Oh, looks good. It's gonna taste amazing as well. All right, I'm going to go get the chicken out of the oven now because it's done. I left it in the oven for about 30 minutes. So I'll be right back. This is all nicely done. Look at this. Wow. I never can resist having a taste. Yeah, just like a teeny weeny bit here. Delicious. Now the rice is well toasted. What it does is that every grain has been coated with that butter and oil and onion flavor, so it's more delicious. And then the rice is going to come out really grainy. There is no fear of it sticking together ever, no. So at this point, we're just going to add some water. Yeah, lovely. And then some salt. But be careful, if you are using salted butter, you have to take, cognizance of the fact that it's salted butter and then reduce the amount of butter that you put in here. Okay, so give this a good mix. And then cover it till the rice is nice and tender. And I'll show you the next step. So while the rice is cooking, we're going to move back to our stew. Alright. So at this point, I'm going to season this with some mixed herbs, not so much, okay? And then my seasoning powder, okay? Give this a good mix. This is looking good. And I'm going to introduce my chicken into the sauce so everything can start blending well together. The sauce can get into the chicken can get into the sauce, Everything's working well. All right, so goes in. Lovely. We're going to get the smoky flavor from the chicken. So it's best to put it at this time so it can start infusing that beautiful flavor in here. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. Yeah, so give this a good stir. Okay, that's hot. We're going to be eating really soon, guys. I'm going to give this a quick taste to know if to add more seasoning. I'm not even done yet. Wow. I think it does need a little more salt. Okay. And then of course, I'm going to add a bit of water to loosen it up, just a teeny weeny bit. Looks good. Smells good. Beautiful. I will cover the pot and allow this cook for another 10 minutes. So the rice is all cooked and the vegetables have been cut. I have my green peas here, my sweet corn, and of course my carrots. It's just going to go into the rice. It's amazing how simple things change everything and really amplify the taste or flavor of your meal. Okay, so for flavor, or rather for color and for more nutrition, so the carrots go in there. This rice has about 5 minutes more to go. It's almost cooked. So in the next 5 minutes, and so that's why I'm putting the vegetables now, so that they cook but they still retain the crunch and color. Okay, so in goes my green peas and my sweet corn. Look at how beautiful this looks. Okay, so I'm just going to cover it and give it another 2-3 minutes, and then I turn up the heat, and guess what time it is? I'm not going to tell you. You know what time it is. This gives me great joy. This is all done. I'm just going to turn off the gas now because this is perfect. Whoa. Okay. And then I'm going to check on my rice. Do you hear that? This is the sound of when the rice is drying, and then you know it is perfect. I'm just turning off the gas. And then I'm going to fluff my rice, okay? Oh, look at that color. Oh, gorgeousness. Ooh. The vegetables still intact, not overcooked. Beautiful, the color, everything is great. Look at the rice. Wow. Okay, so this is done. This meal has been calling my name since. Wow, it's finally time to give it a taste. Cheers, guys. I mean, I've made it several times, so I know how it tastes, but it always hits differently every single time. Amazing. And some of that chicken. Promise me one thing. You will never use your smoked chicken without treating it this way first, okay? Great. This is so good, guys. You want to really try this. No wonder my family loves coming every Sunday. Now you know why my family is always looking forward to Sunday lunch. Everything is always so on point, looks good and tastes amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And remember, making delicious meals at home does not have to be difficult at all. Guys, if you're yet to click the subscribe button, take this as a sign that you should do so right now. Hit the notification bell as well, so every time I upload something new, which I do every week, by the way, you'll be instantly notified. Guys, I'll see you in another recipe video. Until then, take care of yourself and keep eating good food. Bye.